else. I'm only here to teach. That's it. I'm doing this fucking shit for free. And you aren't even listening. I don't understand. And you think that you're going to beat this industry with Mickey Mouse effort like that? You can't even stay off of a demo or without pushing the button. We haven't even been 1 month into this yet. And I have folks literally showing every characteristic that they're going to fail at this. And in November, they'll be the ones that voice, oh, I went through the ICT mentorship. It's bullshit. It didn't work. But I'm going to be trading it. You're going to see other people trading it. The market's going to be called. Every level is going to be hit. Bottom line is you're going to have your excuse because you didn't follow the instructions, and the instructions are going to lead you to the results that you really want. But you think it's too much work. I ain't got time for this bullshit. I want to know what's going on. Where's the signal? Where's the entry? Where's the stop? You're never going to learn it like that. You're never, ever going to fucking learn it like that. My pattern, my specific setup for the day or that morning session or within that particular fractal and price action may not be the one that fits you. I can't make it any plainer than that. Not everybody's going to trade a fucking RSI divergence. Nobody's going to say, hey, I like this guy trading the MACD over here and he's using pivot points. And I like this guy over here doing Elliott wave. I'm going to pick and choose whenever I feel impulsive to take which one I like at the time. That's a rookie mistake. And you're taking every point of reference that I'm calling out. I never said short it. I never said buy it. I'm saying watch it. See if it respects it. Why? Why did I use those fucking terms? Go back and listen to the other times I mentioned it. We're inside the opening range, that first 30 minutes. But some of you don't want to take notes when you're watching my lectures on YouTube. You don't want to take notes while I'm giving you these rants. But I'm teaching you. The things that you need to understand are in these boring discussions. How do I know this? When do I know not to do that? It's when I'm talking to you. But you want to see the little squiggly line bullshit. Show me the fair value gap, the fucking things that I'm drawing on a chart. That's the least important thing. That's the least important thing, but you think it's the most paramount thing there is. And it's very frustrating. This is why it's very difficult. And this is why I always fucking recorded my lectures, because most of them had this shit in it and I had to go back and edit all out. And I'm going to offend some of you. And some of you may want to unfollow me when you hear me talk like this. Good! Save me my fucking peace of fucking mind and my time and yours. Because if you don't want to listen to the instructions I'm giving you right now in the beginning, you're sure as fuck ain't going to listen to me when I get into the difficult stuff. This is nothing. All I'm asking you to do is observe price from one point to the next. That's all you're doing. And the benefit of having done so is you're going to start seeing things that repeat, that your eye draws to. The thing that makes most sense to you at your present understanding, you're going to explore that. So that way your study on your own time is more beneficial. I'm trying to make you do this the most efficient way possible. But I'm a realist. You can't just watch a fucking video, like a demonstration, like a tutorial, and say, oh yeah, Gordon Ramsay just showed me how to make fucking stuffed peppers with fucking lamb meat. Oh, I'm going to go out and do that right now. The fuck you are. You're going to burn some shit up. You're going to fucking make the house stink. Your fucking spouse is going to say, why the fuck did you even bother doing this? Let's go to Outback. What the fuck? You're trying to make this harder than it needs to be because you're not willing to listen. That's a character flaw. And that's exactly what I talk about all the time in this industry. It's a mirror. It's going to show you that you aren't fucking ready. You aren't ready. If you are looking at me in these live streams, calling out these levels and observing specific things and taking your attention to these very moments to watch that, that's not a fucking trade. There's no secret code language I'm giving any of you. Nudge, nudge, here, this is a fucking trade. I can't make it any more plainer than this now, okay? You're watching how price delivers. How it moves from one point of interest to the next within a specific time window. Over time doing that, okay, over time doing that, you will start seeing things that you don't fully appreciate right now because you've seen it multiple times. Me pointing to fair value gaps, just look at the trolls. Oh, it's cherry picked. But then when I'm calling them live and it reacts off of it, they are silent. If you're pushing a button or chomping at the bit, impatient to push a button to get some reaction on the things I'm talking about, when the only stage you're in right now is this tape reading. Tape reading is no fucking trading. Not a demo, not a paper trade, not a funded account, not a live account. If I'm talking about buy-side liquidity in the first 30 minutes, what you're doing is you're weighing and measuring the ability for the price to want to get to that level. If it doesn't go there, what did I teach you yesterday? If it fails to go to a specific inefficiency, consequent encroachment, or buy side, if it's failing to get up there, it's showing you what? An unwillingness to go there. So what's it going to do? It's going to go the other direction. So you're weighing out what the market's trying to work which side of the opening range is it trying to work on. Look at the first 30 minutes of ES today. Where did it spend the majority of the time in that first 30 minutes? The upper portion. And it was unwilling to clear out any significant run above the two buy-side liquidity pools I had your attention to. So how do you know within the first 30 minutes which side to trust? I gave you a 5-minute order block. Watch that. See if it wants to respect that. And I said, watch the volume imbalance. And I said, breaker. How many fucking PD arrays was that? 3. Oh, shit. For the note takers, for the people that are listening and taking fucking notes, they're saying to themselves, oh, shit. He did say when 3 PD arrays fail, you're fucked. It's going the other direction. Nobody said it was a fucking long entry. Nobody said buy it. I said watch, observe, study, see what it's doing. See if it respects it. You have to look at price with a lot of flexibility right now. Not holding any expectation over yourself or the live streams or what you think you're going to be able to do a week from now. You can't think about it like that. You have to be flexible. Allow yourself to learn this. But you're not going to fucking learn it. You know, here, I'm going to give you a couple of scenarios. Here's what happened. When I was a younger person, and I used to do card tricks and shit with my friends and stuff. I have friends. You know who they are. You're probably one of them, and you fucking know it, okay? And I can see you in my comments on my Twitter space, and I can see you in my comments on my videos too. And you're some of the ones that are sending me messages through Telegram and sending me emails. And I don't mind helping. I don't mind answering a question if it's something that I haven't said ad nauseum. But these things, I have said this a lot. Don't trade. Don't push the button. You're tape reading. But invariably, some individuals, they see somebody demonstrate something. Do a card trick. Hey, look, let me show you how to swing the bat over here. And then they want to grab it and show you how they can do it right away without any practice. And then it's fucking a train wreck. It's impatience. Impatience is going to fucking bury you before you have a chance to even really learn how to do this. You're going to fail, and you might not see it. Some of you that are doing these types of things, you think you're going to be the exception. And I'm telling you, that's exactly what young ICT thought too. And I was humbled over and over and over again. You will not be the exception. And I say that with all the love and all of the respect and all of the interest in you succeeding. I want to see you succeed. I do. I swear to God Almighty, I want to see you succeed. But you have to let me help you. You have to let that process unfold the way I'm teaching you. If you do not submit to this process, it's impossible for you to be successful in it. You're going to fail. If you're looking at anything in addition to the things I'm talking about in the tweets, is that a catalyst for you to want to push the button? If it is, if you're thinking, well, if this would have been a trade, you're doing it wrong. Don't ask me. Don't even bring it up. That's why I say focus on what it is I'm bringing your attention to, and only that. In your own journal, you add all that extra stuff there. You don't bring it to the equation or the conversation while we're doing tape reading. Number one, I predominantly do not even look at tweets while I'm doing live sessions or when I'm doing these types of things here. Because invariably, I'm going to see something that's going to fucking trigger me. And it's either going to take me off the topic I want to tackle, or it's going to cause me rage. Because I see someone, and I know some people are going to come here that are new, but I see some names that repeat. I've recognized you with either liking a tweet or retweeting something or commenting to someone else. So you've been around for a little while. You've heard me say, don't push a button. You've heard me talk about the opening range. But if you're doing Netflix and chill with ICT videos, you're going to not get what you're here for. You're going to have selective hearing. You're going to pick up whatever you think is useful when you have no idea what makes it useful. It's just something that you're going on a hunch. Oh yeah, this is that order block. This is that fair value gap. This is that new implied fair value gap. Now all you want to be worrying about that now. I have to get this off me. Otherwise, it'll eat at me all day long. When you're trained with me personally, side by side, I did it in the 90s. This is how they got it. And sometimes it wasn't pleasurable. It wasn't fun. It was uncomfortable. But it's the reality. You can't do stupid shit and expect good results. Okay, you can't. And if you're trying to, oh, well, come on, man. There was a loss going long. Nobody said go long. I said, watch. Trust me, there will be very finite terms where you can judge my approval, or not the approval, but the accuracy of what it is I'm looking for. Okay. I will give that to you this year. I will. I promise you that's coming. But in the beginning stages, to get everybody at least on the same foundation, whether you've been doing this for a while or not, whether you're familiar with what I do and teach, it's irrelevant. If I get everybody on the same page, knowing that we're just looking at price action, we're not trying to forecast the actual high and low. We're not trying to time in entry. We're not doing that, because this skill of finding your individual trade setup and entry, that's a unique thing. Not all of us are going to have that same entry. When we do sessions where I tell you, okay, you're going to use this PD array with your demo account, your paper trading, and I'm going to ask you all to share your chart where it shows your entries were in and out. Most of you will not want to do that because you think it's a report card and it's not going to be good enough. And you're going to be scared. You'll maybe share it and you'll see other people doing better than what you did, and you're going to delete your tweet. Don't do that. You're robbing yourself of the best opportunity how to learn this. And when it's uncomfortable, that's exactly what it's supposed to fucking feel like. Every time that you push a trade, when you want to get into a live account, when you trade your funded accounts, guess what you're doing? You're casting your opinion into the abyss of that hard right edge. And you don't know what the outcome's going to be. So you have to desensitize yourself now while everybody's doing the same thing. Nobody's better than the other. You're all in the same stage of learning. Regardless of how long you've been with me, if you've been profitable, funded, I don't give a fuck. This year's mentorship is different. If you can't recognize that, even my charter members are thinking, this is something totally different. Yes, this is the brass tacks. But I also know that this type of training is going to weed out the people that are not going to do well. And it's going to do it quickly. But I don't want to see any of you fall behind. I don't want to see you fall victim to yourself, your own character flaws, before you have a chance to cope and manage them and replace them with more positive characteristics of a trader or speculator. Everything I'm saying does not translate to an entry. It does not translate to a trade. What you're doing is seeing those moments in price action at the times I'm prompting you to look at them. Study it. See, does it do specific things that you are expecting based on the things I teach on my YouTube channel? The order block shouldn't do what? Shouldn't go past the mean threshold. What happens if it does? That's a warning sign. Then I mentioned the volume imbalance below it. What happens if it goes through that? It can do that, but guess how many PD arrays now is failing too? And I said the bullish breaker. Well, if it goes below that and shows no willingness to support anything there, what is it indicating to you? It's going to want to do what? Expand lower. Seek discount. Go look at the tweets, folks. That's why I'm doing it. I'm confused. I can't follow your tweets. Then wait until the session's over. Go back, take every individual tweet and place it on your chart, and it'll make perfect sense to you then. I'm telling you, that's how you're supposed to be doing it. For those that are here watching it live, you have the benefit of just seeing it and looking at it over your chart real time. But there's no disadvantage for those that can't do it, because you literally can take that tweet that's time and date stamped, plot it right on your TradingView chart, and you'll see where I was pointing your attention to and how we are watching how it's going to reach to the next level. Then what are you supposed to do with that? What's the benefit? Once it goes there and I say, okay, screenshot this, what are you supposed to be doing? You're supposed to be looking at how much time it took before it repelled away from that level, started gravitating to another level within 5 handles. Does it offer a range of 5 handles? If it does, was there a setup in there that you can identify? What do you mean? I thought you were supposed to tell me. I'm telling you how to find your setup. Using the things I've taught, what pattern exists in that price run? Well, in the fair value gap that I mentioned this morning, using the 650 candle, time candle, 10 minutes to 7, basically, in New York local time. I mentioned I want to see that fair value gap act as resistance. Then the market does what? Creates a up close candle into that fair value gap. Market moves away, comes back up again, and it spends multiple times trading into the midpoint of that up close candle. For those that have the charts in front of them, it's the 10:05, 5 minutes after 10 candle this morning. That one singular up close candle. And the subsequent candles after that, it was trading up into both the fair value gap low from 650's candle. And then we had what? Expansion. Reaching down into the fair value gap I mentioned below it. Seeking what? Discount. That candle is formed at the 650 time candle on 1 minute chart. It trades down to it and then blows out the low. And I said, you want to screenshot this and label it 50% of the trade off here. But I didn't take a trade. You didn't take a trade. Oh, what are we doing with all this? You're conditioning yourself and you're logging it. When I teach you how to journal, I told you, you're giving yourself positive self-talk.